by the Dallas Doomsday defense during the Cowboys' years of glory. Cliff Harris, Charlie Waters, didn't have blazing speed nor intimidating size or strength, but echoes of their footsteps haunted the dreams of opposing receivers.
At strong safety from Clemson, number 41, Charlie Waters. At free safety from Washington Baptist, number 43, Cliff Harris.
We worked together very well because we knew each other's strengths were justified and our weaknesses could be supported by the other. And we argued a lot because we both understood the system and we wanted the defense that helped win the game first and primarily, but the one that worked the best for us. One that worked the best for me, Cliff Harris, or the one that worked the best for Charlie Waters, and sometimes the one that worked the best for Charlie was not the best one for me. But ultimately, the one that would win out would be the one that was the best for the team.
Sometimes for me, it was a pleasure to get in a football game after going through a week's worth of practice against Cliff Harris. Because sometimes I would get beat up more in practice going across the middle, and there's Cliff all of a sudden knocking you out. And, you know, he'll say, "I'm sorry," and everything, help you up, but then he'll knock you out again.
Remember the bumper cars in the old-time amusement parks? There was always one knee-scraped kid driving against the flow, smiling, and looking for head-on collisions. That kid was Cliff Harris. He was a daredevil with a short fuse, crazy enough to jump off his first name. His teammates called him Captain Crash.
I was intense when I played, but it was always controlled. It really was. It may not have looked like I was in control, but it was always controlled. And we were playing Minnesota, and Fran Tarkenton threw a long pass to a receiver. I think his name was Holland. And I could have intercepted the pass, and for a millisecond, I thought, should I intercept this or should I hit the guy? And I said, well, I'll just hit the guy. And I hit him, and it was a real good hit. And their receivers from that point on were, oh, boy.
Harris was Dallas's robo safety, playing on the edge of Tom Landry's system. And in 1973, Charlie Waters was Dallas's oh-no cornerback, as Harold Jackson once beat him 3 times for touchdowns in the same game. But after settling in at safety, Waters was twice an All-Pro, and his 9 playoff interceptions set an NFL record. A blown-out knee sidelined him in 1979, but he courageously returned to lead Dallas's new secondary into the 80s.
If I take the wrong step, my leg will collapse. It collapsed on me 7 times last year during the season. I played last year with the ligament torn. We were supposed to have repaired that ligament, but I'm still very conscious of it. You know, I'm not the star anymore. You know, I'm just out there holding it together.
I'm too old to play this game. Don't even worry about that, Slick. You're antique.
Throughout the 70s, there was no better pair of safeties in the league. But just don't ask them which one was the best.
We were very, very competitive with one another and still are to this day. He's one of my best friends and one of my worst enemies. We're like nitroglycerin. You handle it very delicately because it can explode at any moment. I'm very, very supportive of Charlie and what he does, and he's very supportive of me. I hope that he's very, very, very successful in the world. The only thing that I hope to be just a little bit more successful, and I think he thinks the same thing.